All right, Shalom, Shalom. This is your brother Issachar coming back at you. What another lesson. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and the 144,000 scattered across the four corners of the earth. Shalom to you. Alright, in today's lesson, we're going to go into how Babylon, America is divided. Alright, so not only America, it's, Esau, Edom's, his kingdom is divided. Alright, because it's not just here in America. You got these Edomites fighting against each other. The Russians, the Germans, the Europeans, even the elites. Even the elites on the left-hand side, they're even fighting. Because they're fighting, it's all about control. Remember? Don't start. So they're even fighting. So we're going to go into this lesson today to let you know that Esau's kingdom is divided. Absolutely. So we're going to go into that just to let you know that, and go into the scriptures just to let you know how close we are, and to let you know the importance of that. Not just to point it out and be like, oh look, they're divided. Yeah, you guys, it's the so-called white man versus so-called white man. No, but we're gonna explain to you and let you know the importance. That way you can see the meaning behind it, and how close we are to the Lord's arrival. You see, so this is how you have to see it, like that. Not just pointing fingers and now it's your turn. But no, you gotta know the importance, the reasons, and it's gonna bring more understanding to you to how serious of times we're in, and how close we are to Yahweh Shai's arrival, when Yahweh sends Yahweh Shai down here. Let's start off in St. Mark chapter 3 and verse St. Mark chapter 3 and verse 23, and we'll go on down. And he called them and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? St. Mark chapter 3 verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, pay attention, that kingdom cannot stand. So there you have it. Right there. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. Alright, right here in the book of Mark. If St. Mark chapter 3 verse 24, and this is clearly what you're seeing right now. Because America, versus Russia. Russia, yes, they're a different nation, a different military, a different, country, a different superpower than America, but they are Edomites as well. To let you know that Esau is divided against himself. What do you think NATO is? NATO, is preparing to attack, Russia, because they're all pretty much, it's kind of like a Mexican standoff, where everyone's kind of like pointing guns at each other, like in the room, like, oh, we're about to be some dead motherfuckers, like, oh, you shoot, I shoot, how everyone's like they call it like a Mexican standoff. Everyone's pretty much just, pointing guns at each other, like, all right, like, hey, don't do it, like, hey, relax, like, hey, like, nah, we're about to be some dead motherfuckers. Excuse my Italian. So that's how it is right now, because all these nations had their ICBMs pointing at each other, like, all right, you shoot it, we're shooting. And that's what's happening right now, and that's literal. You imagine ICBMs, are literally being pointing at each other right now, like a Mexican standoff. Like, no, like, you shoot, we shoot. And all these countries like, well, so be it, well, we'll be some, on these countries too, they're not backing down. These militaries and, ain't no one backing down. There's nobody who just wants to just chill. All these militaries are ready for war. That's the Lord bringing it, So it's not like one country's like, oh, all right, hey, if you threaten us, we're going to press it. The other countries are like, all right, well, if you press it, I'm going to press it too, And the other countries are like, well, so be it. We're about to be some dead motherfuckers then. Let's do it. You see, that's what's happening. Because there's no one like, oh, no, hey, no, let's, You know, let's not take it there. No, all these countries are like, hey, you press it, we're pressing it. You know, China's even telling the U.S., all right, you want some problems? Shit, we'll meet in the air. See that? So, you know, you tell me right now what country's, you know, slowing down. Nah, they're all like, you know, hey, you jump, we jump. You know? Fucking let's roll. You know, line them up, motherfucker. You know, excuse my Italian, but that's what's happening right now. You know, it's literally like a Mexican standoff. But instead of with handguns and Smith and Wessons, it's with, you know, it's with ICBMs. You know, and militaries, you know, being ready to send, you know, their jets and all that. And all that jazz. St. Mark chapter 3 verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. See that? So this is what we're seeing, you know, it's a kingdom divided against itself, because not only are these elites gonna, you know, target it, you know, us, the Israelites, you know, they're divided amongst themselves, you know, the heathen, the Chinese, you know, Indonesia, you see that, you know, they're starting to pack weight, you know, you're starting to see, you know, they're starting to release their navy and all that, all right, Afghanistan, you know, Ishmael, even Africa, you know, they're all ready, you know, everybody's pretty much getting ready, you know, but back to the 23rd verse. And he called unto them and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? So that's when Yahushai, when they were trying to, you know, persecute Yahushai, you know, they're going to speak evil things about, you know, the men of the Lord, because they don't know the right-hand side. They don't know spiritual power, so they automatically think it's Satan. See that? They're calling our Lord that too. Oh, he's evil. He has the devil, but he has spiritual power. See, it's because this world's not ready for it. If you're well learned, you're going to understand the 144, you know, and if not, you're going to think, okay, oh, they're Titans. You know, you don't know the angels or the 144. You know, this world, what do they think? Only what they know. Okay, they're Titans. Oh, you know, they're witches or devils, you know, because you guys don't understand the right-hand side. They did the same thing to our Lord Yahushai, who the world stubbornly calls Jesus Christ. See that? So when the men of the Lord start having powers and all that, you guys start to see that. You know, some people might be like, yeah, you know, that's a few are going to be like, yeah, you know, only those that believe, but everybody else is going to demonize them and say, you know, that they're of Satan, when they're not. They're on the right-hand side. See that? Because the men of the Lord, they're not doing no sacrifices, like sacrificing babies and all that, like the left-hand side. They literally do that stuff, you know? But because the men of the Lord, they have power, but in righteousness. The left-hand side, they have power, but in what? Witches, warlocks, sacrifices. You know, you guys know the deal. Don't even start. The right-hand side, they have power, but in the Lord, it's spiritual power. It's different, you know? Remember, what's in front of that word power? Spirit. See? So right here, St. Mark chapter 3, verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. So right there, you know, I'm gonna stop there. I'll continue down. I'm gonna go through some photos to show you guys. But that's clear right there, you know, because if a kingdom has divided itself, you know, and especially here in America, because America, I mean, come on, you're talking about a complete war zone out here. You know, it's gonna be a complete war zone out here, because you got everybody from every clica out here. You know, you got everybody from every team out here. Everybody, you know, especially. I mean, you can go from just regular, you know, crews to gangs to, you know, militaries to agencies to spies. You got everybody out here at the same time. People from the EU, NATO, MI6. You know, don't even start. You know, you got everybody out here at the same time. You got different militias out here. Because remember, you know, you don't got just people just who are just organized with, you know, militant. You got people who just have money. You know, you got militias, you know. You got militias, people who just have money, and, you know, they got teams like that. They got special teams like that. Yeah, you know. You have to understand that. So right here, I got some, this picture to show you guys. You know, this is with Trump, you know. But see, that's right here. It's saying, we're ready to fight. It's the ACLU of New York. All right, and the time, you know, it was dated back a little bit, you know, November 8th, but the point is, it's saying, look we're ready to fight. We're ready for the fight against Trump. Yeah, because it's, you know, America, is divided. Not everybody's down with Trump. Yes, you got people that are down with Trump, but you got the other half that are like, nah, hell no. We can't have it. And they're really gonna fight. See that? And there's some rumors out there too that they're gonna try to mess some things up before inauguration. Who knows? Anything can happen. At this time right now, ladies and gentlemen, you have to understand that anything can happen. Remember, you got sleeper cells here. Remember, you have the top elites. On the left hand side, they have a green light to do whatever they want, so they can start tearing shit up. They can do whatever. So you imagine. Then you got just you got people with cyber attacks. Can mess things up. The list just goes on and on and on. And then the Lord too. The Lord can start plaguing things on the right hand side. And start doing stuff, using His angels to start tearing stuff up. So that's the thing. Anything can happen. But this to show you that America is divided against itself. But on a bigger forefront, you have it's Esau at the end of the day. It's the so-called white man versus the so-called white man at the end of the day. See? At the end of the day, it's the so-called white man versus the so-called white man. Because remember, this is your guys' kingdom. Yes, there's Israelites out there that have, that are some are wealthy and stuff like that. They may have $1 billion. Let's say like there's some that have $1 billion or $1 million. Yeah, but you're not really running nothing. Who's running the show? The so-called white man. Who's the one in charge? So-called white man. The royals, the elites. They're the ones who control everything. They tell people what to do and what not to do. And that's for real. Like for real. All right, because this is your guys' kingdom. See that? So it's just to show you that although NATO is fighting against Russia and all that, at the end of the day, you're fighting each other. You see that? So the same thing that the so-called white man did to us, how they put they made up all these gangs and all that, and have people fight each other and split us up, have us destroy each other, the so-called black man and versus the so-called Latino and versus the so-called Native American Indians. Now the Lord's doing that, but back to them, but on a global forefront. See that? Where these leaders are fighting each other, but at the end of the day, is Mexico a big threat? Yeah, they may have something with a cartel, but they don't have ICBMs. Are they talking about Brazil? Like, oh man, no, who are the big threats? It's each other. So that's what you gotta understand. The Lord is about to use a war tactic called divide and conquer, because He's gonna have these elites and strongholds around the world delete each other, eliminate each other. See that? So yeah, because the cartel, they're pretty bad, but come on, they're not compared to Russia, with ICBMs, and China come out with super soldiers and lasers. Does the cartel have satellites and all that? With lasers up there? No, who does? Okay, because it's you guys who are ruling, you Edomites and you heathen. Because China's right there. China's a big threat to America, because China is like Robin, like Batman and Robin. China's always right there, right behind America. So China's a main threat, a very big threat, because China, you have people in the U.S. military that are China. There's a lot of there's a lot of sleeper cells everywhere, because China knows the U.S. backwards and front. What's the bad thing about China is that for America is that, like, let's say like those of you that were married for a long time, and you broke up with your wife and you got in a divorce. Let's say you guys were married for like 20 years, but it broke up like bad though, like real bad, and she really wanted to screw you over. That woman, she knows you backwards and front. She knows the codes to your safe. She knows where you go hide out. She knows where your friends are at. So you pretty much, you pretty much can't hide nothing from her, because you already told her all your deep secrets. She knows everything. She knows your weaknesses. She knows your strengths. She knows your bank account number, your routing number. She knows the code to your safe. She knows where your friends are at. She knows where you got to go out to blow off some steam. Oh, you know what? He's going to go to this bar. She knows exactly where to find you. She knows exactly how to hit you and where to hit you. That's what makes China so dangerous, because China knows America backwards and front. So that's what's a big threat to America. Russia is just Russia. Do I even got to say anything else? It's Russia. They're very tough. You know, even to fight them on a one-on-one, they're very tough. They'll fight to the death. You know, they train in the snow and all that. You know, they fight against bears and all that. Or they train against, you know, running from bears, and you know, they use live ammunition when they train. They're very tough, you know. So yeah, you know, it's you know, this war that's coming is very brutal war. You know, but to get back on subject, you know, yeah, you know, this kingdom is divided against itself. You see, so that's an evident token to, you know, let us know that, yeah, you know, we're right here. We're right here where the Lord is literally destroying, you know, our enemies. You know, and you can see how they're divided. You know, and remember, it's not, you know, you got to look on the big things. You know, you got to see things, you know, for what it really is on the outside. Because what's the main objective of all this? We're at their end. Okay, they literally are about to destroy each other. You know, I mean, not 100% because the Lord and the angel, Yahweh and the angels are gonna do the rest, but they're gonna do a big portion of it. You know, they're gonna do a big portion of destroying each other. See that? So that's an evident token for us to let us know that we're right here, because the Lord's like, look, I'm destroying them for you. See that? So you may get, you know, lost, you know, kind of like lost in, you know, the news, because it's like, oh damn, NATO, all right, Russia, man, Israel, all right, this, but look, you know, take a step back, you know, take a step back, you know, just take a deep breath, look what's really going on. The Lord's like, I'm having them fight all against each other. They're literally having a Mexican standoff with ICBMs right now, you know, and that's for what? It's all for you guys. See? The Lord's saying, don't worry, I'm coming, but before I come in there, I'm going to destroy the Edomites and heathen, but there's ways to do it. See that? So don't worry about, you know, when the heathen and Edomites look at you like, oh yeah, you know, because they have all kinds of names for us. It's all right. Look what's happening to them. They literally have ICBMs pointing at each other. So let them talk trash. It ain't gonna make a difference. They're literally about to be wiped out, you know, and they're going into slavery. So let them talk trash. It's all good. It's all good. I would be talking. Shoot, I would be mad too if I was about to go into slavery. You know, but we've been in slavery, so what's the worst that can happen to us? We've been going through it for over 2,000 years. So it's just another day for us. You know? When they call us names, it's like we're used to it. That's just another day. You know? They say that, you know, we're lowly, we have nothing. It's like, yeah, no shit, we're slaves, you know? We're a nation out here in exile. It's like, yeah, way to go, you know? You know, a way to state the obvious. Yeah, no shit, you know? Yeah, we're a nation over here in exile. No shit, you know? Of course we're at the bottom. Of course our people are doing bad, you know? The hell? But well, look at them. You know, they literally have the chariots surrounding the planet Earth. You know, they literally have ICBMs pointing at each other. See? So let them talk trash. It's little stuff. What the heathen say to us is nothing. You know, because look what's about to happen to them. It's far worse. So let them talk trash. It's all right. It don't mean nothing. It ain't going to change a thing, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't going to change a thing. It's not going to change a damn thing, ladies and gentlemen. Huh? No, come on. Let's hear it. You know? Let's fucking hear it. St. Mark chapter 3, verse 24. St. Mark chapter 3, verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. There it is. And let's go on down. Verse 25. St. Mark chapter 3, verse 25 on down. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. Right. So let's go back to that parable for you guys. Another example. You know, like let's say your parents, you know, like your mom and your dad. Okay, let's say like, you know, they've just been fighting and arguing, and you know, it's just like, you know, they were married for a long time, but you know, they're just every night, you know, they're at each other's throats and necks, and it's like, you know what, damn, it's not getting better, you know. And what's gonna happen? You know, like let's say like, you know, these fights are getting bad, they're getting worse and worse, you know. You know, sometimes, you know, dad leaves for, you know, a couple of days, and then, you know, and then mom leaves, and then dad has to sleep on the couch, and then it's like, damn, it's just so bad, you know. And then sometimes they actually call the police, and it's like, hey man, calm down, you guys, you know. So what is the outcome of that? You know, when it's just, you know, and they're not willing to like go to like what is that, like therapy, couples therapy, whatever like that. You know, so if they're not willing to do none of that, you know, and they're just at each other's throat, what is the outcome of that, you know? Because the stronghold of that family house is the foundation of your father and your mother, you know? Because when they're together, you know, they're your guys' your foundation. They're the stronghold to that family's house, you know? So what's gonna happen? What is the outcome if they just keep on fighting, you know, and divided, you know, and they can't stand each other? They can't even look at each other, you know. They won't even eat dinner in the same dining room, you know. Let's say mom eats in the kitchen room. Let's say mom eats in the kitchen and dad eats in the TV room, or dad just goes eats in the garage somewhere. Like, no, I just want to be away from her, you know. What's gonna happen eventually? They're gonna get divorced. They're gonna get divorced, which means what? That house is gonna be broken up. See? Same thing with this kingdom. Right now, they're at each other's necks. Like, F you, no, F you, no, F you. So what's gonna happen? They're gonna go to war. This kingdom is gonna be split up. It's gonna be broken apart. The foundations are weakening from the inside out, ladies and gentlemen. And the financial system as well. Okay, because the financial system is on a decline. Means it's on a downhill. You know, see. So, you know, that's what's happening here. All right, because if your mom and your dad are just going at it, what's gonna happen? They're just gonna end up getting divorced. You know, and what's gonna happen to that house? You know, if they don't, you know, let's say like they're not good with their mortgage and all that, they're kind of behind. You guys are gonna lose that house. You know, dad's probably gonna go, you know, somewhere, go get a little apartment. And mom might go to, you know, back to her families, to her moms or dads, or whatever, you know. But that house basically was saying what the point is that house is about to be broken up, you know. Facts. Or let's say they end up keeping that house. Let's say your parents get divorced and mom gets the house or dad gets the house. Yeah, but it's not the same because you don't have dad and mom there. See that? So that house is automatically weakened. It's divided. So it's not gonna last. Same thing with this kingdom, because it's divided, ladies and gentlemen. They're fighting, you know, they're at each other's throats. They're at each other's necks. You know, they're literally pointing ICBMs at each other, saying, "Fuck it, you press it, I press it." You know, and all these, you know, NATO is with America. You know, Britain is with America. You know, and Russia and China, they're together. Like, fuck it, you jump, we're jumping, we're gonna help you. You know, kind of like at school. You know, remember like the old days back in school when you guys would throw down. You know, because back in the days, people used to actually throw down. Not like now, you know, when people are chicken shit, they just bring out a knife and stuff or shoot you. No, back in the day, man, people used to actually, you know, throw them. People used to actually knuckle up, you know, and throw chingazos, throw putazos, you know. So what would happen, you know, like if you had like let's say like if some, you know, you had like a bully trying, you know, and they wanted to fight you, and you heard that, hey, you know what, you know, that you had 7 people who were gonna jump you. You know, you probably got some of your friends, and your friends helped you and say, all right, hey, you know what? Well, if they jump in, we're jumping in. You know, like, no, it's only one-on-one. You know, but your friends are right there to back up. Like, hey, if they jump in to try to jump you, hey, if they jump, we jump. You know, like we got you. You know, like, you know. So that's how it is, because that's how the nation's like, hey, fuck it, you go, we go. See, so that's what's happening right now. You know, it's about to be a battle royale where the West is like, you know, they have their forces, and then over there, you know, with BRICS and all that, with, you know, Russia, China, Iran, they're like, shit, if you jump, we got you. That's what's happening right now. But at the end of the day, they are all heathen and Edomites going at it. See that? Because we're not ruling right now, the Israelites. See that? Do you hear like big old threats from Mexico? No, I mean, you may hear a cartel and all that, but do you hear like, you know, military, like, oh, damn, the military strong? Hell no, because we're not ruling, you know? See that? So on a grand scale, who is the one about to, you know, actually go, you know, and fight each other? It's our enemies, the heathen and Edomites. See that? You know, you may have Israelites among their militaries, but we're not in charge. You know, they're just following, you know, they're just following orders. See that? And yeah, you know, you have Israelites in the American military that are generals and all that, you know, sergeants and all that. But who? Come on, you know, at the end of the day, who's the big dog? You know, don't start, you know? Who's the one in charge? You know? You know? Who's over there? Who tells the Pentagon what to do? Don't worry, I'll wait. Is it Mexico? Is it Brazil? Is it any of the Israelites? No, it's Esau. Okay, and the heathens are strong too, but who's the big dog? You know, who's the big dog? You know, who's really running things? Okay, it's E. I don't even start, you guys. You know, I already know you guys. You guys always want to start. You rascals. I already know. Huh? So that's what's happening right now. So it's you know, it's divided. So that's exactly what the Lord is telling us. You see? St. Mark chapter 3 verse Saint Mark chapter 3 and verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. Verse 25. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. There it is. Oh, check this out. The 26th verse. And if Satan rise up against Satan, talking about Esau. Alright, the so-called white man who's in control. Alright, not the so-called white men, those of you guys that believe in the Lord. Alright, this is talking about the true Edomites, alright? And if Satan rise up against Satan and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath a what? An end. It doesn't mean that, you know, they're gonna, you know, they'll be alright for a little bit and then they'll bounce back. It's the end. It's because we're at their end, ladies and gentlemen. Meaning what? We got next. Meaning the Lord is right here. See that? It's right here. St. Mark chapter 3 verse 27. No man can enter into a strong man's house unless, check it out, and spoil his good, except he first bind the strong man and he will spoil his house. Right. Yeah, because you can't, you know, like, let's say you have like a, you know, a father at the house, you know, who always protects his house with a rifle. You know, robbers just can't go in there. You know, they have to plan it, you know, team up, wait till you go to sleep, you know, wait till you go on vacation to try to rob that house. Because they know, like, hey, you know what? That dude has rifles, you know, he has guns, you know, so they have to plan it. Same thing with America. You know, these nations, no nations can just, you know, run head on against America. Because, yes, Russia has advanced technology. They have advanced missiles, but no nation right now, no other country can just take on U.S. one-on-one. They have to jump America. They have to. Okay, because America, you guys are that strong. Okay, let's not play games. You're Babylon the Great, you know? Let's not fuck around. Alright? So, because if any nation were to step up to you, you know, one-on-one, you'll stomp their goofy asses. And that's facts. But however, if they strategize and jump you and have sleeper cells here, you know, and weaken your financial system, shut off your power grid, you know, hit this place with some plagues and all that, all right, you know, then they got a chance. See? So that's what they're doing right now. You know, these heathens and the enemies of the West, they're weakening, you know, America, you know, because they're coming in, but they're spoiling it first. You know, they're bringing their sleeper cells in here. They're having their spies and their military and all that. See that? Because, you know, they're doing their homework. They're not just gonna attack America. America's strong as hell. You know? You fucking kidding me or what? All right. So, you know, remember, what war brings reality. You can't just, you know, go toe to toe unless you're just a retard or you're just full of rage. You're gonna get your ass kicked. It don't matter how mad you are. See, what war brings calculation. It brings reality. That's why these heathens can't just jump, you know, just because they get mad. Because America was like, fuck, step up, you know, step up to get beat down. See, so they have to really strategize and really make calculated moves. You know, they have to really do their homework to try to bring America down. See that? They can't just, you know, because, you know, there's been a lot of leaders that have been taken out, you know, the leaders of Iran and all that. And why do you think they haven't just attacked this place full force? Because they know America will stomp their goofy asses out. You know, so they have to like really strategize because, you know, America is not as a power not to be fucked with. You know, America's Babylon the Great. Let's not play games, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the point. You know, they can't. War brings reality. Doesn't matter how mad you are. You know, it's kind of like going against a bear. You know, you can't just fight that bear. Like, you have to have, you know, the right weapons. I mean, you have to be ready. You can, like, let's say you have no gun. You know, and you're mad because that big old grizzly bear just took all your food at night, you know? Let's say you went for a hike, and then when you came back, your little campground was gone, and you found that bear, you know, and that stole all your food. You can't just attack that bear. That bear would chew you up. See, but you know, you can hunt that bear, but you have to be calculative, you know? You have to have the right weapons. You know, you gotta sneak up on it. You know what I'm saying? If you just attack that bear just because you're mad, like, oh, fucking hell no. You know, like, oh, hell no. But, you know, like, you know, people get mad. They kind of say it like they have popcorn. Like, they have popcorn stuck in the back of their throat. Like, oh, hell no. Like that. You can't just get mad and just attack that bear, like, with your fist and say, nah, fuck that, you know? It's on. You can't, because that bear will be like, oh, you know, my nigga. You know? That bear would chew you up. See? So it's the same thing about war. War brings reality. See, because these nations, although they get mad, they can't just attack America. They have to be very calculated. See? So that's what war, that's the thing about war. War brings reality. You know, you have to count the cost. Like, all right, can we do this? Can we do that? You know, you can't just send in soldiers just because you're mad. You know, that would be a complete dumbass, you know, to do that. You got to really make sure, like, all right, you know, you got to really check everything, you know, everything. You know, you got to know what's going on backwards and front, you know? See? So that is, that's the main point there. All right? And this is the last scripture. I don't got too much this evening. Right here. Exodus chapter 15 and verse 3. Let's go to the second verse. Exodus chapter 15 verse 2. And, you know what? Let's see here. Let's go down a little bit. Exodus chapter 15 verse 2. And let's go down to, let's see here. Let's go down to the 7th verse. Exodus 15 verse 2 to verse 7. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai is my strength and song. He has become my salvation. He is my power. And I will prepare him an habitation, my father's power, and I will exalt him. So exalt the Lord. You know, don't be ashamed of him. You know, exalt him. You know, that's what the Lord says. You know, I have something against thee because you have forsaken thy first love. You know, so, you know, seek the Lord 10 times more. You can never go far enough. The Lord, Exodus 15 and 3, the Lord is a man of war. See that? So the Lord, he's about it. You know, the Lord ain't just, oh, what's your FICO credit score? Hi, guys. You know, the Lord's not going to come in drinking a glass of water and a turkey sandwich from Subway and tell you, hey, how's your FICO credit score? All right, you know, cool beans. No. All right, the Lord is about that life. Don't even start. Exodus chapter 15 verse 3. The Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai is a man of war, so he's about it. All right, remember all like the ancient Vikings? Remember that movie Troy and all that? How you had ancient warriors, soldiers? How, you know, the men were, you know, real rough. You know, like they were tough. All right, same thing with the angels. You know, they haven't changed. Just because this world is drinking cappuccinos and lattes and skinny jeans, you know, the Lord and the angels haven't stood. You know, they're still that ancient power. You know, ancient warriors who are rough. You know, yeah. You know, remember like that movie Gladiator? You know, like ancient warriors. That's the Lord and the angels. They're ancient. You know, they're rough. And you guys are gonna see that. You know. Oh yeah. Have you guys ever seen that video game, God of War? That's Yahushai. You know, he's not all, you know, gonna show up in, you know, skinny jeans and, you know, show up eating a turkey sandwich. Oh hell no. You know. Exodus chapter 15 verse 4. Pharaoh's chariots and his host has he cast into the sea. His chosen captains are drowned into the Red Sea. See that? Because who destroyed Pharaoh? The Lord. So who's going to destroy our enemies? The Lord. He's having them destroy each other, and then the Lord, the angels, Yahushai, the angels, and the 144,000 are going to do the rest. Are going to, you know? Exodus chapter 15 verse 5. The depths have covered them. They sank into the bottom as a stone. So yeah, so right. So back into how we're reading St. Mark. This place is divided, ladies and gentlemen. But it's not just because, oh, hey, it's just about to pop off and things getting crazy. It's the Lord. Remember, it's the Lord. Remember that. It's the Lord. He's doing this. See? So everything that you're seeing is because it's that time. It's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. That's why. It's not just because, oh, damn, there's extreme hatred and damn, shit's getting nuts and, you know, shit's about to hit the fan. Excuse my Italian. No, it's because it's the Lord. Okay, he's ready to get you guys out of here. Exodus chapter 15 verse 5. The depths have covered them. They sank See, they sank into the bottom as stone. And yeah, archaeologists and scientists, they went over there to the Red Sea and found chariots and all that. You know, yeah, you know, Pharaoh and his army, his chariots, all that stuff, relics. You know, and the actual location pin drop where we crossed the Red Sea was the Gulf of Suez, which is just north of the Red Sea. It's still connected to the Red Sea, but it's just a little north of the Red Sea, which is the Gulf of Suez. That's the actual pin drop, you know, location where we actually crossed. Just a FYI, just, you know, kind of get your brains working here. Those of you who care about learning, just a simple FYI, a nice refresher. Exodus chapter 15 in verse 6. Thy right hand, O Lord, is become glorious in power. That's Yahushai, thy right hand. See? Forget the left hand side. You know, you guys are losers. You know, you guys are in loser denial. You guys think you could actually defeat the Lord? I gotta see this shit. You know? Facts. You know? I gotta see this. This is something I gotta see, but you think you're gonna defeat the Lord with some robots? Nah. This I gotta see. Thy right hand, see? It's the right hand side, baby. O Lord, hath dashed in pieces the enemy. So who did it? Did we do it? No, the Lord does it. That's how powerful our Lord is. He's that powerful that we don't gotta do nothing. That the Lord fights for us. We just gotta just sit down, you know, just chill out. Eat an ice cream, mijo. Eat an ice cream, mijo. Go get a smoothie. Chill out. You know, go to La Michoacana. You know, that's it. Go to La Michoacana. You know, go to King Taco. Go, you know, go get some food, mija. Go get some food, mijo. You know, the Lord and the angels got this. Oh yeah, you know, this is what you gotta understand. You know, oh yeah, you know, cook some chilaquiles. You know, for the cruda. You know, drink a michelada. Just relax. See that? So yeah, you know, you can, you know, get ready in the spirit. You know, mentally ready, and you know, you can go to the gym every now and then, but you gotta understand that that's not gonna ultimately save you. You know, I mean, yes, it's nice to be healthy. You know, to you know, make the best of it, but you know, you don't have to be all fanatic, you know, gym fanatic, and you know, because that's not going to save you. You know, it don't matter. Like, let's say you take steroids and you go 3 times a day, and that shit ain't going to save you. It's the Lord, because the battles are the Lord's. You know, the prophecies are undefeated. Mijo. You know, so yeah, so just, you know, that's what the Lord's saying. Just chill out, you know. Go to La Michoacana, you know, go get an ice cream. You know, go get a shake. Just relax. You know, go drink a michelada. You know, go drink a margarita, some chips and salsa. You know, and praise the Lord. You know, the Lord's saying, "I got this," and the angels are like, "Hey, trust me, ladies and gentlemen. The angels are ready to go crazy on this place." You know, the Lord's saying, "Don't worry." You know, the Lord's saying, "We got this." You know, the Lord and the angels. That's what the Lord's saying. Like, you know, it's on. That's what the Lord's saying, you know, that's what he told us. Okay? O Lord has dashed in pieces the enemy. So who did it? The Lord. You know? Exodus chapter 15 verse 7. And in greatness of thine excellency thou hast overthrown them that rose up against thee. So who overthrows our enemies? The Lord. Thou sentest forth thy wrath which consumed them as stubble. There you have it. So that's pretty plain, because the Lord's telling us. That's why the Lord's saying, don't get carnal. Some of you guys that are like in the militaries and all that, yeah, I mean, you gotta do it, you know. But that's not, remember, just because you're in the military doesn't mean that the Lord's not gonna save you. You know, because you're just following orders. You know, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, like put you down, but really, you know, you're not in control. All right then. So here are just some photos to show you guys of what's kind of going on in the world. All right. Just to kind of show you here, I'm gonna just kind of go through these. I'm not really gonna talk them too much, but this is you know, these are screenshots. These are little alternative news networks or sites that I use, you know, to kind of follow up with the, you know, like, you know, wars and what's going on, you know, as far as martial law, you know, right there, South Korea. Look at right here. You had the WION. It's WION is it's WION. You also have you know, Crux, you know, live. You know, Crux News, CRUX. That's pretty good, you know, to show you like what's going on between these militaries and all that. All right, right here, look at U.S. China Tech, tensions escalate. So look at are things getting better between, look at America and China. You know, that happened what, 17 hours ago. So that's recent, you know? See that? Look, so that are things getting better? No, things are getting hot. Things are getting worse. To show you things are escalating. All right. Another news is good to see is to see what like Financial Times, plagues, Dabu 7. You want to look at something like that. RT News is pretty good. You want to you also too want to watch, if you do have regular cable or regular news, because the Fox News and all that, it's it's fluff news, all like KTLA, but it's good too to kind of see like what they're talking about, and then to check this out to see like what's going on, and then you'll see that these leaders, the other countries, they're warning their people, like Russia, they're warning their people of nuclear war. Is America doing that shit? Are they, tell, hey, get ready for nuclear war? No, they just mention it, barely. And then they go back to, oh, Beyonce is going to perform. All right, hell yeah, the Jets, baby, the Jets. Hell yeah, Miami Dolphins, baby. Get some. Ooh, yeah, get some, see? That's how it is. They say, oh, and KTLA, America's news, they may say, oh, America may use ICBMs. And then right away they go to, the Jets. And it's like, oh, hell yeah, the Jets, baby. Hell yeah, Miami Dolphins. Oh, the Pittsburgh Steelers, baby. Come on, yeah, baby, let's go, That's it's that fast. But because they're not taking it seriously here. Because the leaders here are really planning to, are setting up the American citizen. It's sad, but it's true. That's why the prophets are out there to warn you. But remember, what you think about the prophets or say they're evil, whatever, you're getting the truth. So remember, their job is just to warn you. But however you label them, yeah, it's your kingdom. Go for it. It is what it is. But that don't change a damn thing. Because you just, what you're saying is just the wicked out there. You guys are just going according to your emotions. You guys are just speaking words. And I ain't gonna change a damn thing. Look at U.S. versus Russia. See that? There's a lot going on here. Look at this. It's nothing but wars. Look at what you see. There's nothing but wars in Israel. It's all you see going on. Around the world. Look at U.S. enter Syria war. See that? There's a lot going on. Oh, check it out. Look at Elon Musk. Look at him, my nigga. Look at him. Starlink used for drug smuggling. What the hell? See that? Starlink used. Starlink. So I don't know. I mean, look, they're devils. That's what they do. And there's only a little bit of we just know the tip of the iceberg. But can you imagine what they're really doing behind closed doors? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look at that. They're fighting for. Look at China launches retaliation strike on U.S. Look at that. It's nonstop. It's a chip war. Yeah, because it's all about that technology. Resources. So you just look at Russia test fires. I mean, there's nothing but just missiles and war, and look at tensions escalating in the South China Sea. It's nonstop. It ain't just calm. Because you can get very, oh, these are militaries, out there in South Korea. These are tanks on the streets, because that's how it's gonna look in America. You're gonna have tanks out here in the streets. Remember that. You guys should check that out. Check that out. How there's tanks. That's just a little prelude. That's just a little preview of what's gonna happen in America. But imagine South Korea. They're nothing like America. So imagine when America shuts down America, it's gonna be intense. Imagine their military is on point. See? So imagine how it's gonna be. It's very more brutal than this. Where there's literally gonna be tanks out here, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, militarized zones, nobody in, nobody out. See that right here? Not alone. See the so-called UFOs. Remember, they're talking shit about the prophets. That we're all bugged out and hey, we don't know what we're talking about. Now look, oh yeah, we're not alone. Yeah, no shit. The prophets, starting with the apostles on down, been telling you guys. Pope Francis apologized for Catholic crimes. Yeah, they're a bunch of pedophiles. And they sacrifice babies all the time. Just look up how many children go missing in the Vatican City because they sacrifice them. They're Satanists and high Jesuits and Freemasons. And that's facts, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, the prophets may have some problems, little issues here and there, but they ain't doing no shit like these leaders and these Catholic priests and all that. Actually sleeping with children, molesting them, sacrifice, I mean, that's major stuff. Look at NATO prepares for massive strike against Russia. It's just nonstop, that's the Lord right there. Look at he has look at that. The Lord ain't playing. Look at that. The farmers. Remember going back to that famine. Look at that. The farmers, are fighting against the government. I mean, that's that second Ezra 15. This will be sedition amongst men. They're not gonna care about the leaders. Remember the courses. Remember they should not care about their princes or princes. That the course of their actions shall stand their power. Because look at people are standing up against the government. See that because these farmers around the world are having a hard time. Remember, because these elites are attacking them. So not only over there in France, French farmers, but American farmers too. Some are even committing suicide. Yeah. There's a lot going on around the world. Look at Russia. It says they'll turn Ukraine to dust. I mean, these are crazy. These are big words. And this ain't no just they're gonna get a little cat scratch. No, this is major. Look at Putin is ready to use ICBMs to attack U.S. and UK military facilities. I mean, come on, is that small talk? I mean, you tell me. Look what's going on around the world. Look at that. So with that's it on today's lesson on, Esau is divided against Esau. And with that, stay prayed up. On your feet, soldier. Shalom.